Yo, do you know if the stock market is going to crash? If you're having trouble with technical analysis, then this is the video for you. So let me show you how simple this is. First and foremost, let's check out the S&P. S&P closed at 3,863.16. And let's look at the price action from this recent trading week. We see we made a hammer candle. Can't touch this. We made a hammer candle. Hammer time once more, which shows that there were buyers that came into the market and brought the price higher from where it moved lower from. All that is showing me is that there's some conviction going on, at least for the buyer side. Now we're going to see if we get confirmation, because you're going to hear a lot from me. Confirmation gives confidence. If we can get a solid close next week above around that 3,900 area, then we're likely going to move higher to around that 41,30 area. With technical analysis, all we're looking for is, what happened in this price before? So we want to look at around 38.63 and see what happened before. Let's take a look. The chart shows that we had the same type of activity. We had some back and forth motion going on. In the past, this is around February of 2021. Now we go back to where we're at and we have something similar. It is no coincidence whatsoever that we have similar activity, because before, when it was there, it showed the same type of price action. So that choppiness is going to eventually break out to somewhere. We got two potential sources or two potential outcomes that we can have for this, and we're likely going to either move higher, so around at 4130, and to the downside we have to target of around 3400 if the S&P fails to move higher. So that's the S&P. Let's check out the Russell, and we use ticker IWM. So IWM closed at 173.09, and let's take a look at the price activity from this recent trading week. So can't touch this. We got another hammer candle. Hammer time is once in effect, showing that buyers came into the market to lift the price up from the lows. We reach that same type of price range that we've been chopping back and forth for about 5 weeks now. So about a solid month and a week, we've been in the same chop zone, back and forth, back and forth. That is going to lead to a big move eventually. We're going to either continue to move lower and retest around this 160 area, 162, or we're going to get higher above this 200-day moving average and start to move towards this 190. So we're going to see, because next week is going to give us that confirmation for confidence for a move higher. That is the IWM. Let's check out the Dow, and we use $DJI. So the Dow closed at 31,288.26, and let's take a look at the price action from this trading week. And we see on this one, not a hammer, this one is a doji candle. We had a very, very indecisive action going, move that happened this trading week, and a doji showed up. That is showing us that there is a change of hands. There's money going back and forth. Somebody's going to come out the victor in this, and right now it is looking like the bulls have the upper hand, because we are extremely oversold, and likely they are going to try to move this price higher. Remember, two possible outcomes. Upside, we have a target of around 33. Downside, if we break lower, we're likely going to move around 28,000. That's the downside target, right? And that is the Dow. Lastly, let's stomp on over to that Nasdaq block, and we use ticker NDX. So the Nasdaq closed at 11,983.62, and let's take a look at the price action. We have a pretty small hammer candle there. This candle is giving us the same signal that the others did, which is that buyers came in and started to lift that price a little bit higher from where it moved lower from. And as always, with technical analysis, we look at the past. What happened around this price area before, around this 11.9 or almost 12? And we see we've got a pretty solid line here. So let's do ourselves a favor here and let's draw a resistance support line here, okay? It's currently showing as resistance because it's somewhat below it. But we're going to look to see if we're going to move above it next week, all right? So let's go ahead and wrap this one up, all right? All four indexes are starting to show us that the buyers have come into the market, they snuck in, and got in at those lows, and started to lift that price, which is a good sign. We want to see that they come back and help stabilize the price, because right now we are just going back and forth. There's an arm wrestle going on of money where we're going to figure out who's going to end up being on top. So we're seeing who's going to end up coming out on top of that, and that's where the confirmation will come in next week. So that's it for this week. Make sure that you check me out. Subscribe if you made it this far. Hit me up. Leave a comment. Thumbs up. The whole nine. We can have a conversation. Always check me out on the podcast, Stocks and Bars. Every single episode, I mix hip hop and the stock market, give you financial tips. The only way that I know best, mixing it with two things that I love, the hip hop and stock market podcast, all right? I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. You do the same. I look forward to just kind of relaxing. And yo, I play Nintendo. I don't know about you, but I got an old school Nintendo. I might have to get into that later, but make sure you get out there, get your exercise, drink your water, and spend time with people that you love, all right? Because all this stuff means nothing if you don't have your health. All right, peace.